Welcome back, fear-fiends, to the Chillergeist Horror League. We're back with a terrifying new division, Home Invasion. Today, we have a philosophical face-off between two forces of unadulterated malice. In the blood-red corner, the unsettling, masked trio, the Strangers. And in the corpse-blue corner, the cold, calculating duo from Funny Games, the Home Invaders. Boris, can you feel the tension? The palpable dread of a space meant for sanctuary becoming a hunting ground.
Affirmative, Doctor. We are witnessing a high-stakes confrontation between two entities whose fear generation metrics are derived from their complete disregard for conventional narrative motivation. Their victim vulnerability exploitation scores are both statistically significant, promising a high-yield audience engagement metric based on psychological discomfort.
In the blood-red corner, we have the Strangers, a trio of masked figures whose terror is defined by a simple, chilling question: is Tamara here? Their operational philosophy is pure, unprovoked malevolence. Boris, what do you make of their unique approach?
Subject Strangers' operational methodology is characterized by spontaneous aggression, with a statistically significant randomization factor. Their core function, to terrorize without motivation, is already highly optimized. Their consistency rating for audience recognition remains at a statistically significant 97.4%, primarily due to their iconic masks.
Precisely. They are a primal force of chaos, a terrifying what-if scenario brought to life. Their horror isn't in what they want, but in the fact that they want nothing at all. And then, in the corpse-blue corner, we have the disturbingly polite, golf-wielding duo from Funny Games.
Subjects Paul and Peter, originating from both the 1997 and 2007 iterations, display a remarkably high intellectualized cruelty factor of 9.5, indicating a calculated and meticulous approach. Their tactical evolution metric is non-existent, as their initial design is a complete system for psychological deconstruction. Their brand consistency is stable across both narrative appearances. Their future prospects remain robust, contingent upon the continued exploration of metacinematic audience manipulation.
Welcome back. Boris, the tale of the tape is ready. Let's start with total confirmed kills.
Subject Strangers boast a confirmed kill count of 5 across 2 primary cinematic appearances. This translates to an average of 2.5 subject terminations per film, with each termination characterized by high emotional impact and a proximity discretion index of 0. Subject Home Invaders' direct mortality count is lower, at 4 across their 2 primary appearances. However, their psychological impact score is notably higher, as many subjects undergo non-fatal, yet permanent, experimental reconfigurations.
The Home Invaders aim for psychological annihilation, not just termination. What about kill efficiency rating? Who gets the job done faster once the terror begins?
Subject Strangers maintain a calculated 0.8 termination events per active screen minute. Their tactical efficiency is high, focusing on immediate and decisive action. Subject Home Invaders, conversely, average 0.4 subject reconfigurations per minute once their game parameters are met, indicating a prolonged, systematic process focused on audience discomfort.
Next, time between kills.
Subject Strangers exhibit a highly variable inter-termination interval, with data suggesting an average of 1.2 minutes between initial threat induction and final termination event. Subject Home Invaders' interval is more consistent, averaging 3.4 minutes between game initiation and experimental reconfiguration, due to their deliberate, protocol-driven approach.
Weapon versatility score? Who has the broader toolkit?
Subject Strangers' weapon utilization versatility is exceptionally high, Doctor, registering 8 distinct methods of subject termination across their appearances. Their resourcefulness index is 8.5. Subject Home Invaders' tool utilization is primarily focused on their signature golf clubs and firearms, with a varied method count of 3. High proficiency within a narrower specialization.
What about their durability and resilience count?
Subject Strangers have sustained 6 critical, theoretically fatal, injuries resulting in a 2-stage return to operational status. Subject Home Invaders, being unmasked humans, demonstrate a baseline dimensional integrity that renders termination metrics inapplicable. Their remanifestation count, after apparent banishing rituals, is limited to 1 instance.
Preferred pursuit method and speed.
Subject Strangers exhibit non-Euclidean movement patterns within the home. Their teleportation to target acquisition rate is 98.2%. Subject Home Invaders maintain a deliberate cadence of 0.7 miles per hour, often materializing directly into the target's vicinity or summoning them into his operational zone.
The Strangers flow like liquid terror. Now, signature sound catchphrase impact.
Subject Strangers' auditory taunt score an average 9.1 on the verbal psychological distress index, augmented by a distinctive whisper cadence. Subject Home Invaders' vocalizations, characterized by low-frequency resonance, achieve an 8.9 on the same index, generating existential discomfort rather than overt fear.
Stealth ambush proficiency.
Subject Strangers exhibit an unparalleled 99% in-house ambush success rate. Their ability to bypass conventional perception filters remains unquantified. Subject Home Invaders rarely employ stealth tactics, preferring to announce their arrival via the lament configuration.
Finally, the overall fear factor iconic presence score.
Based on a preliminary Chillergeist consensus poll and critical analysis, Subject Strangers maintain a 9.5 primal terror coefficient, particularly due to their pervasive influence over the subconscious. Subject Home Invaders register a 9.3 existential dread coefficient, derived from their intellectual menace and the fundamental horror of their dimensional paradigm. Both are high-ranking.
Excellent, Boris. Now, for my favorite part, the artistry of terror. Let's talk about the elegant dance of dread, starting with stalking prowess. Who demonstrates the patient, silent grace of a hunter?
Subject Stranger's stalking efficiency score is a remarkable 97.8%, largely due to minimal vocalization and the manipulation of subconscious pathways. Subject Home Invaders' proximity acquisition is typically initiated via lament configuration activation or pre-established pact adherence. Their stalking phase is effectively replaced by dimensional ingress, resulting in a 100% target engagement rate once conditions are met. No wasted energy in pursuit.
Next, psychological play. Does the villain truly toy with their prey, orchestrating a symphony of terror before the final curtain?
Subject Strangers consistently achieves an average pre-termination psychological distress rating of 9.4, primarily through auditory manipulation, environmental distortion, and the activation of latent subconscious fears. Subject Home Invaders' experimental deconstruction rating averages 9.1. Their methods induce ontological disorientation and sensory overload rather than conventional fear.
Magnificent. Now, weapon selection and execution. Is the weapon an extension of their will, chosen for its aesthetic impact as much as its lethality?
Subject Stranger's tool utilization is highly variable, often adapting to the dreamscape's inherent malleability. Their termination methods often involve grotesque, high biofluid disbursement events. Subject Home Invaders' chain apparatus demonstrates optimal precision to lethality ratio, with a target dissection accuracy of 99.5%.
Next, territory dominance. Does the villain command their environment, making the very air shiver with their presence?
Subject Strangers exhibit a 100% environmental control factor within their designated dreamscape operational zone. Their domain is absolute and adaptive. Subject Home Invaders' interdimensional control factor is also 100% within the labyrinth configuration. Their presence defines the very geometry of torment.
They don't just dominate their territory, they are the territory. Finally, signature flair. What's that personal touch that separates the common killer from the truly iconic?
Subject Stranger's post-termination quick delivery is statistically unique, with a humor-to-horror conversion rate of 0.8. Their distinct whisper resonance and glove manipulation are highly recognizable signature markers. Subject Home Invaders' philosophical pre-engagement monologues and pain-pleasure axiom demonstrations are statistically unique, with a sophistication to dread index of 0.9.
And the winner is the Strangers. The Strangers are higher up in the top 10 list, making them the ultimate home invasion villains. There you have it, fear-fiends. Tune in for another match. Until then, stay scary.